YouTube, what is good, man? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be going over and reacting to the Madden 26 official reveal trailer. Yes, I know I'm like 5 days late, but trust me, I'm just trying to get back in the swing of things, man. Hopefully, y'all can bear with me. So, insight from me, or you enjoy the reaction, you enjoy these types of videos, definitely let me know that down in the comment section. Of course, by letting me know that you guys like the video by liking it and subscribe, as we're on the road to 4,000 subscribers, man. Heading into Madden 26, we're gonna keep uploading banger content as much as I can. I'm gonna try to do daily as much as I can, but enough yapping. Let's go ahead and get into the trailer, man. Let's see what it's got. I just realized it's probably gonna be pretty loud for y'all, so I'm gonna just watch it without pausing first. And I also have not watched any of this. I've purposefully avoided watching this. Okay, they had Randy Moss right there. The realest Madden ever. They say that every year. Justin Jefferson, okay. Oh, those animations are a lot faster. I have thoughts on that. Okay. Okay. They added the Sully. Okay. Okay, I got. Okay.
Their whiteout conditions remain in effect as we are back for the second half.
Hold on, bro, cause he about to do the little. I'm not gonna lie, the skill moves look worse. Oh, yep. I knew they was gonna put that hurdle in the trailer. I will say the lighting looks way better. Jump throw? The lighting looks way better, but I just seen a jump throw. Okay. Yeah, the lighting looks way better. I don't know if they did that on purpose or. The lighting, okay. And I know that obviously lighting isn't that important, but from the standpoint of the game, it does. Obviously, I mean, it's football at the end of the day, right? They can only change so much when it comes to a football game. So I'm not in any way trying to uh, speak for them or try to make it be better than what it is. Because I know a lot of times people want more out of Madden and things like that. And I'm not here to say that. But at the end of the day, it is football. So they could only do so much, especially with how much stuff people want added into the game. So there was a lot kind of to go in that trailer. So let's watch it back. I'm probably gonna stop here and then we'll go over some of the gridiron notes that I saw as well. So yeah, right here, first thing off the rip, the lighting looks amazing. If these are I mean, obviously, the Vikings and, certain stadiums, whether they're in domes or, outdoors, it looks like night games, truly. I mean, night games honestly feel like night games, but you can really see the difference and just how vibrant things are when it comes to that. Again, I know that's not really gameplay. So again, we're only going off of what we see. So, you know what I mean? So that's pretty dope. That is pretty dope. I saw Randy Moss with so they had Randy Moss doing the I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty sure this is a skull chant. I'm not 100%. I'm not a Vikings fan. I'm not fully involved with everything that they do, but I'm pretty sure this is the little skull chant they do before the game, right? So that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. Looks like a player introduction of some form or something like that. So okay, this specifically. So I want to talk about this specifically here next. So 2K, I mean, again, I came from the 2K community, so I can kind of speak to this, right? 2K added something in their game called Pro Play. Now, what it is basically they were able to mocap things that happen in a real NBA game and put it into the game. And I'm just going to let y'all know, it made that game so much worse when they did that. So I hope that that is not the case with this. It does look like the throwing animations are a lot faster. They seem to be a lot more realistic. So hopefully that is a good thing. They really only showed Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen, which, they're pretty known to get the ball out pretty quick, known to like, throw off platform, throw from different arm angles, things like that. So hopefully that is like a good thing. I hope, but I'm also hoping it's not on the standpoint of like how 2K's is with pro play. Because if it's like that pro play and it makes the game worse, hey, just telling y'all, I warned y'all, you feel me? That's a new tackle animation. So I'm assuming something has to do. They're showing coaches a lot. Like there must be a lot more emphasis on like I guess coaching styles and things like that. Again, I have not seen any information. I have purposefully like tried to avoid as much as possible, you know, for this to be my true reaction. Now, I'm not gonna lie, that overhead cam, I couldn't tell if that was like Madden or real life. I'm not glazing. I'm just saying, like I couldn't tell the difference for real at first. So that's pretty cool. New little animation, slip animation. I have been seeing a lot of slip animations, but we'll talk about that when we get there. So as it comes up right here with the rain and stuff. All right. Let's talk about it because I know how the community is. I know how y'all are going to be. If y'all load up games and you have the option to choose the weather and you choose rain in order to get fluke stuff like this to happen where people's quarterbacks, obviously it applies to both teams. You feel what I'm saying? But it's to me, if this happens in online play, and I understand like the realism and all that, that's fine. But just understand from an online perspective, that could become a little like, I don't want to say unfair, but you could have something happen to where, hey, my opponent doesn't slip nearly as much as I do, and I lose the game because of that. You feel me? Like that isn't within the realm of possibilities now. So hopefully it's not too ridiculous. Like I get it, it has to be realistic. I 100% I get it. But if y'all want to go slip on the playground, go outside, go play football in the backyard and go to the park, go outside, go do that in the rain. You feel me? I'm not trying to really have that happen when I'm playing an online game and I lose a game because my players are slipping. You feel what I'm saying? That's just me. If it's franchise, whatever, I'm cool. But in an online setting, I'm kinda against that, in my opinion. Again, that's just my opinion. Feel me? Because I'm seeing a lot of people slip. Like that's another slip. Nah, I don't know the frequency, but I'm seeing a lot of slipping.
Whiteout conditions remain in effect.
It does. The rain, the weather does look really good. I will say that. And I don't know, we don't really know how gameplay really looks because again, I don't know if this is like I wasn't paying attention. I don't know if this is like in engine or if this is actually like gameplay and they just they have their certain cameras and stuff. But I will say the skill moves like that looks trash. I don't know again, and I'm only saying it looks trash from the standpoint of like getting separation. Like if somebody's using that, you're not juking them ever, like ever. And I know that might have something to do with the fact that it's like snowing and stuff. So I'll give them a little bit of grace. But if that's the like regular juke move, you're not juking nothing this year. I'm not gonna lie. Ooh, Myles Garrett just, oh my goodness. And I knew this was gonna be in the trailer. I tweeted this out on Twitter. I was like, be fully prepared to see this in the trailer. I know it's in the current Madden, but I don't think you can trigger it online. I think that's the only thing. So they might make it to where you can do it online now. We'll see though. But yeah, the lighting looks amazing. And I know again, lighting is not gameplay related, but y'all can't cap and say that looks the same as other games. The lighting definitely looks improved. That is the one thing that I can see is that the lighting looks very, very good. Jump throw. Interesting. I wonder if it's going to automatically trigger or if we can, trigger it ourselves. I wonder. Shout out to the Falcons. Yeah, they got the coaches looking. And then, see, look, another animation, another stumble animation in these weather conditions. I already know how some of y'all going to get. Some of y'all are going to choose these weather conditions so that y'all can get the stumble animations when you're playing against other people. Obviously, it's going to happen to you too. But it is going to offer some more fluke in the game, in my opinion. So I just know how some of y'all get. Now I know Travis Hunter. I will say I know Travis Hunter is super athletic. Has he ever done a flip like that? Like I feel, and I know that that's not a football thing, but like, has he ever done a flip like this, or am I tripping? Because that looked like a gymnast. I don't know if Travis Hunter got that in his bag. Maybe I'm not familiar. You feel me? Maybe I'm not familiar. But yeah, that's pretty much it on my reaction on that. I mean, overall, I mean, I think it's cool. Like, I really don't be getting too excited about these like type of trailers. I really only get excited when I see like true gameplay and I'm seeing people play to see how the game plays. Because again, they can try to hide and show certain things to make it look a certain way and it not be like that. So I more so get excited when we actually see gameplay. So that's pretty much my opinion on that. Let's go ahead and go check out this these gridiron notes as well, my boys. All right, so we got the gridiron notes right here. I'm not gonna read over everything because I'm assuming again this dropped like almost a week ago at the time me recording this, but so we know the game's dropping August 14th. So I mean, we really only got like 2 more months. So W, you know what I'm saying? Gameplay, they have real world NFL data, seeing the tendencies. Okay, so see, that's what I'm saying. Traits of the league superstars. They're trying to make it like, this is always what they have. I guess this is their sort of thing saying like, oh, they're taking in like AI involvement, them reading into tendencies and the AI being able to play how other teams play and stuff like that. So that's cool from an offline standpoint and things like that. But really, like, you know, my channel is like more Ultimate Team and stuff like that. And don't get me wrong, I will play franchise. I'll play offline and stuff like that. So that's a W for the offline community. I will say that's fire. QB DNA, so that must be a lot of having to do with the animations that I was seeing, how they kind of highlighted it. So not only you're watching Josh Allen's rocket arm, you're doing that as Josh Allen too. When you're playing as Josh Allen too, more than 500 new quarterback animations were added. All right, now y'all better remove some of them hot routes things. I don't want my player scratching his butt trying to call hot routes, man. Hopefully they clean those up a little bit. If they clean those up and they added more animations, that's cool. But if the animations are still there, we gonna have a problem. You feel me? Visual representation of how every quarterback holds the football. Again, that's cool from an emergent standpoint. I'm cool with that. Overhauled player trait system with 50 new player traits across numerous positions. Now, are these gonna actually mean something? Because like, I know that like some of them in the game do, but there's a lot of player traits in the game right now that don't really do anything. So hopefully if they do add all these, again, they actually do something and they actually like make these players feel different. That would be pretty cool in my opinion. But again, the more you start adding more stuff in, the more complicated things get, the more likely things are to break, just from a coding standpoint. Because I do have a little bit in that background, you feel me? So hopefully they can figure out the balance well in that. So I see right here, it says Joe Burrow, for example, more likely to set his feet before throwing than other quarterbacks. I could see that being a problem where you're like using Joe Burrow and you're like running and he'll just stop when you throw it and you might get sacked because of it. We'll see. Who knows? Hopefully they polish that up. Josh Allen is furious he's in real life will be trucking defenders. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I'm hit sticking Josh Allen every time I see him online. If that's the case, he's fumbling. He's fumbling. Lamar Jackson getting shifty to avoid hits, or Matt Stafford dropping his arm down to finesse a screen pass. So let's see, maybe they do have it to where, you know, your arm angle will change. That's pretty dope as well, to kind of fit in windows that you normally wouldn't. That'd be pretty cool. That's dope. Okay, Coach DNA, from the standpoint, so this is one thing I did see. I know that they were talking about like, oh, they added new plays, 1,000 new plays. Are they saying 1,000 new plays, including like the new plays they added in 25, or 1,000 new plays like after, you know what I'm saying? Like 1,000 brand new plays that were never in Madden before, or like that was never, you know, in the previous game, or whatever the case may be. If they added 1,000 more plays, that's pretty impressive. I'm not gonna lie. But I did see this about the Coach DNA and how like certain teams will like go for it and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna pretend like I haven't seen that before. Wear and tear. So there's wear and tear now in Madden. Oh God. Hopefully they because I know this is in college football, so hopefully they did change it. Hopefully they've like balanced it, because it shouldn't be to the point where like my players literally have wear and tear the entire game and everything. Like that's ridiculous. They gotta figure out a way to like balance that more. And even then, if we just don't have it online, that would also be, you know, okay. At least from an Ultimate Team standpoint, I think it's, you know, they shouldn't really have wear and tear, but that's neither here nor there. You feel what I'm saying? They've added new depth chart positions, including edge, nose tackle, long snapper, and the versatile gadget position. So that's the Travis Hunter position, huh? The upcoming NFL season could see a dynamic, consistent two-way player. Yeah. So that right there, that is the implementation for Travis Hunter, is the wear and tear and the gadget position. So maybe they'll add that in Ultimate Team. Again, I'm more of an Ultimate Team guy, so I'm more so thinking about that. Maybe they add that in there. That's pretty cool. It's more like a customization thing. Football weather, we kind of talked about it already. Like I'm not gonna rehash that. Hopefully, you know, there is somewhat of a balance to that, especially if it's online, because I could see that becoming more fluke, adding more fluke to the game and stuff. So that's interesting. So we've got foundational football. What is this? We're doubling down on core football principles to give player more depth and control. Explosive locomotion, run and pass blocking, defensive zone coverage, physics, defensive zone coverage. Can y'all fix zones, please? And new mechanics are at the forefront of improvements. When we say explosive NFL gameplay, here's what it means to us: simply that the left stick feeling has never felt better in Madden. Fast players are fast, the end. All right. Hopefully it moves more like college football on offense. I don't want college football defense. If we get college football offense with Madden defense, we might be in for a treat, my boys. I'm not gonna lie. We shall see. So I see custom defensive zones let you gameplay and adjust like a real NFL coordinator. What's the difference between that and like zone drops? I don't know. We'll see, I guess, in a second. You'll be able to set the depth of your zone defenders at the line of scrimmage to take away pesky corner route from your opponent. Okay, so you don't have to do zone drops. You don't want to. You can kind of adjust based on like your opponent. That's pretty dope. A little bit more customization. Do you want your safeties to align to a certain hash, the passing strength, or elsewhere? Oh, hold up. Okay, so it's gonna be more things to lab on defense. I like it. I like it. I like the sound of that. Okay, AI logic. I don't know. Sometimes the AI be doing some stupid stuff. I'm not gonna lie. So we'll see. We'll see. Foundational football features. Be on the lookout for upcoming deep gameplay deep dive. We'll definitely will be tapped into that for sure. Hopefully I can upload that a little bit quicker so y'all can get my thoughts and opinions on that earlier. We got franchise mode. No two coaches are alike. They kind of already talked about that earlier. Brand new gear. I mean, again, that's cool. Again, I know there's a crowd out there that enjoys that, so hey, that's cool. I don't really care about it personally. If I'm in franchise, I want to play with my team. I don't really care how my coach is looking. It's cool. Don't get me wrong, but that's not something I personally care about a ton. You feel me? So that's just what it is. You can check out the scouting report and customize your game plan against your opponent each week. Now, this crazy because this was something that was in old football game. I'm pretty sure this was in NFL 2K5, bro. I'm pretty sure this was in 2K5. This is the exact thing they're talking about. So the fact that it took this long for them to add it back, kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. Leveling up, all that. So it looks like they're probably trying to take more of a standpoint of, what am I trying to say? The standpoint of dynasty in college football. So if they could kind of port that over to Madden, that's dope. That's dope. I like that. Playbooks become a larger focus. Play sheets are another component of your weekly game planning. Allow you to add extra plays to your playbook. That's pretty cool too. Okay. Managing your wear and tear. Okay. Upgraded training roles. Dubs. Enhanced presentation, including halftime shows. That's cool because, like I said, the lighting does look better. So it does look like they have a little bit more like emphasis on that. And I know that was a big thing. People were saying like, oh, the old man's had better presentation and stuff. So I like that. They get new broadcast packages for Sunday, Monday, and Thursday. Not gonna lie, turn it off because I'm a content creator, so I won't even realize this. I'm sure that's pretty cool for some of y'all as well. They've got presentation, experience with team-specific runouts. Okay, so I was right on that. Crowd chants, mascots, pregame traditions such as the Minnesota Skull chant. Now, I hope that they add something like that into the stadiums as well, like during the games. That would be cool to kind of see it like during the games because, again, I don't really care more so about the pregame and like, you know, stuff that's not actually gameplay when it comes to that. That's cool. Don't get me wrong. That's cool. But I want to see it actually like, you know, in game, you know, if there's certain teams that do chants and stuff and like you can hear it, that would be cool. I think that would be cool as well. More authentic looking coaches. Again, cool. That's cool. That's cool. The team added more alternate classic jerseys from Nike, including the Texas redesign. Please add them in MUT. Please allow us to do this in MUT, because everybody was asking me the entire year how to get new uniforms. Please make it to where we can get more uniforms in MUT. Please. Stadium edge walls and field arts. Bengals rocking a wide out. The field logos will match those uniforms. Dubs. Hopefully that also happens in MUT. I would like to see that. You feel me? And make more share with you in franchise and presentation deep dive. So we'll definitely be taking a look at that as well. Superstar, let's see. Road to Glory into EA Sports from Rookie Hopeful. Every week, the story of the week narratives pull you into the heart of games. Okay. Kind of looks like the same sort of things. I mean, maybe they changed some things superstar-wise, but we'll see. Superstar Showdown, expect bigger and better live events. That would be dubs if they do that. This return of online head-to-head mini games. Okay, I like that. I like the sound of that. All right, so here we're gonna talk a little bit about MUT. Let's see what they got to say about it. They're raising the content bar set last year with more programs, events, and football to experience. Please, we need more events. I'm not gonna lie. Like, we need, in my opinion, I think we need house rules every week. That's just me. I think we need house rules every week, or at least every other week, at a minimum. You feel me? They're saying more programs than, I mean, they've been cooking all throughout the entire year for the most part. There were some down parts, but they did pretty well throughout this year. I'm not gonna lie. You heard the feedback from our solo player, and we're excited to share that Madden 26 is giving solo play the overhaul it deserves. We've rebuilt our solo reward structure from the ground up with focus on progression, pacing, and rewards. We're also introducing solo champs. Okay, so this must be like a MUT chance for like offline. I mean, if it's worth the grind, hey, I like it. All new events to the table this year. I mean, can you give us like an example? I'm sure they'll probably go over it in the deep dive, but like, I would love to hear an example. They're just like kind of giving us buzzwords with that. Would be nice to kind of like know, you feel me? Introducing leaderboard campaigns for online and solo. Please make the leaderboards better, because the leaderboards this past year were trash. Please make them actually worthwhile and not based on like games played. I think it should be based on games played, but not only games played. Like, it should still be able to guess your like know your skill level. You feel me? That's what I think is most important. But that's hard. I get it. So it is what it is. To make the most simpler, the new pack helper brings critical decision-making info directly to your pack openings. Please don't slow down the menu. Please, it's already slow. You'll be able to see if a new player is better than your current starter. I mean, that's cool. I mean, they already have that. Auction house information, know if they help complete a set, all without leaving the pack opening screen. That feels like that screen is going to be like cluttered. I know I'm talking really fast, but that feels like the screen is going to be really cluttered. Be interesting to see how that kind of, you know, works out. Every insight is optional. You want to act on a single button press gets it done. Okay, we'll see. That's not all. We have more to share as we head towards our Ultimate Team deep dive later this summer. Okay, and then this is all the pre-order stuff. So I mean, overall, I think it's pretty good. I mean, of course, they're gonna try to make it sound as good as it can, but overall, I think if they can execute this, I think it could be good. If they build off of 25 and kind of just improve on that gameplay, it did get a little stale for a little bit, I will say that, but I feel like there was a lot less fluke outside of the fact of like in-game, you know, MUT. I feel like there was a lot less fluke this year than in years past. For me personally, again, this is the first year I've played like a ton, and I felt like there was a lot less fluke than what it was. But maybe that was also me, you know, understanding the game a little bit more. You know, who knows? But y'all let me know down in the comment section, man. Let me know, what do y'all think about this? What do y'all think? Do y'all think Madden 26 is going to be good? I think overall, I don't really know yet. I mean, it sounds great, but I want to see the execution. That's kind of, you know, how I've always been about things and everything like that. But yeah, if y'all enjoyed the video, make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one, my boys. Peace.